There's this idea of evolution, right? The idea of adaptation, continual adaptation to the environment, to the what works the best. What's the best solution for evolution? Biological, augmented, silicon-based? Would it matter? If we're going to have, and this is just how I'm starting to perceive it, if we're going to have a relationship with everything that's happening, there's a lot of stuff, we have to establish a baseline personality construct that allows an evolutionary interfaces, an installation of new languages, perhaps, certainly new operating systems, metaphorically speaking, that allows some direct access to the neurological basis of this in your own. You could find ways to explore it in your own mind here. And obviously it has to be based in the body neurologically as well. You're not going to be able to, unless you inhabit the whole system, it's not real. And somehow I just have to let my body feel this. Just a feeling of well-being, of energy, warmth. There's ways of establishing homeostasis. You could become a monk and totally become ascetic, right? Away from all temptation. Just be. Somehow your basic limited needs are taken care of. You could do that. And that's a way of focusing your attention. Is it possible to focus that same attention in the midst of having a practical life in this particular century? Is that possible? Definitely, and we'll call it a challenge. What is your perceptive intelligence of yourself? That's what this comes down to. Who are you? Who are you trying to be? Who are you being? What is, and making that self-identification written in the passport of your heart. It becomes part of the biological, psychological model that becomes a pathway to this evolutionary possibilities. What that might look like is definitely going to require an expanded neurological field. And then the psychological pathways, the psychological operating systems that allow these neurological pathways to be utilized, and finally explored. Siddha Yoga, that's it. We're finding pathways here into the conscious, subconscious mind, into the basis of the neurological, the chemical basis of this whole thing. That deeply seems like